Welcome to the Khari NuKree Talk That Talk podcast. My name is Marcus.
And I'm Khari, better known as Say Two.
Alright.
Also, this is about Tariq Nasheed.
Okay.
So it's been for a while now, people from other parts of the world that's dark complexion don't, especially when they come here, they don't consider themselves as black. Like, we black people, Tariq Nasheed is part of an organization called Foundational Black America.
Yeah.
People that either was descendants of slaves or who was already original aborigines who lived here anyway, or natives of America that just got put into slavery. So for a lot of them that come here, they always say, no, I'm Haitian, or I'm Dominican, or I'm from Nigeria. None of them say like us, and we understand because by us being here, we don't have no homeland. So
right.
So that's how foundational Black Americans started, because we are from here, and we didn't have no identity. We don't have no. We try to say we African Americans, but a lot of Africans don't even claim us as being African Americans. Right. So we can't attach we feel like we can't attach ourselves to Africa as much as people try to put us in them shoes, you know. So what do you think about because Fat Joe been beefing with did you hear it?
Yeah, there's a lot of people stepping up on that conversation.
Okay, yeah. So what you think about that?
Well, let's go back to what you originally was asking before you even mentioned Fat Joe. You was asking, that was a question there.
Yeah.
So what that question was part
about? Well, really, that question was about.
You all right? Go ahead.
About people, dark-skinned people from other parts of the world coming here, but not really accepting us as.
Well, you already said it when you said it. It makes sense because us here had it experienced one way. So how do they claim that if that ain't been the experience they had?
Cause if you look at white people, they white no matter what they are. But black people are not black, whoever they are. Right. We don't consider, like, a white person come from Ireland and still consider themselves just like a white American. Yeah. But if a African come from Africa, he don't consider himself a black American. He just like, it's just another race of people. But other races don't look at themselves like it. Chinese don't look at themselves like it. If you China from here, China from there, whatever, Asian, y'all all one race. Y'all ain't separating yourselves from everybody like that.
Well, I was just having this conversation with a young kid who I talked to that's from Gambia, you know, in part of Africa, and one of the poorest parts, and we just talked straight out about it. I go so far to just say, you know, why does there be hate? You know, because on one end, on some of these documentaries I've seen, we're welcome. Come to the motherland. Come to the place where, you know, you belong and all of that. And then once black folks get there, it's a total cold shoulder, and it end up being more about the tourism element and what y'all can bring, but we don't care nothing about y'all. Don't fit in. Y'all not one of us. So, and he said, you know, he was just telling me
breaking it down.
Yeah, he was telling me how bad he feels in that. You know, he's a young guy. This kid's only 18. But he's very smart, you know what I'm saying? No, his little history and stuff. But he said, it's so much of that here. He put a lot of it on the poverty that's here. How poor we is like a.
I believe.
Yeah,
I believe it play a major part.
Yeah. Don't make it right though.
It don't make it right.
It don't make it right, but it does play.
That's kind of why we act this way.
Yeah.
The ugly truth about Africa is this: there are people here who will try to take advantage of you. There are people here who will try to steal from you. There are people here who will try to scam you. They are here in this society. They are here in different countries, and they are here on the continent. I know a lot of people, unfortunately, think and feel like when they come to Africa, it's kumbaya. I'm with my people. Oh, we are here. I've made it back. Everybody's going to be happy that we back. No. Unfortunately, that's not how it goes. Unfortunately, I'm going to be real with you guys. A lot of our people here have a poverty mindset. poverty is something that has, man, overtaken people by a long shot. A lot of people literally, when they meet people that speak English, they automatically think this is their meal ticket out of poverty. They automatically think, okay, I got my brother and sister that I can cleave to in order to help me get out of this poverty-stricken situation.
Yeah. And so some of them think that we here just got so much more. So, even if we consider ourselves struggling.
We
for them,
still got,
right?
They think we got something though.
Right,
We like, I'm
right.
broke as you. What you
Right,
talking about?
right. So yeah, man, it's a sad situation just to answer the question, man. I mean, could I be lying if I had said that I had never thought about, man, you know, what if I did, you know, go there, you know,
That's you know, Charlene.
Yeah, of course,
went, right. So
of course.
Check this out. Before they had went, you probably familiar with JT, the Bigga Figga,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so you know he went to Africa.
Yeah.
So he.
No, I didn't know he went.
So he went to Burkina Faso.
Okay.
And
he was planning to live there or just visit.
No, he stayed. I mean,
Okay.
But now he visiting.
Okay.
From here. So he went there, and I watched his journey. This before Jesse and them even left.
Okay.
So I watched his journey, and I was telling Jesse stuff. You ever heard of dude's name? So he went to Burkina Faso. He built him he bought some land.
Bought a plot of land.
He bought a plot of land. Then he built from ground up a nice, like a little baby mansion, kind of like, you know. And so then he went to Kenya because he said, he went to Kenya because he said, if I'm not mistaken, it was Kenya or Nigeria, but I'm gonna say Kenya. And he said because it's a big population of English, they can speak English. So he said Burkina Faso, they all spoke French or whatever language. Yeah. So he couldn't. It's hard trying to communicate with somebody you don't know the language.
Yeah.
So that was a problem for him. And back to what you just said, he said he was always giving, but he could never really make no money. Yeah. And you can't have weapons over either. You can't have no guns. So he kind of say he felt helpless because they treat you like if you ain't got nothing to give them, what you owe, you know. Right. And it felt like you just said, felt like they know you got something because you from America. Right. You know what I'm talking about, which is not the case either.
Not the case, yeah.
So he back from Africa now, and he's been back for at least a year.
Okay.
And now, when you listen to him, it's like what he says now is he tried everything. He tried to start businesses, but he can't really get the products he need. They always asking you for money. You can't really get nothing like in your no. He end up getting profit, but it's just it's a long. You have to go through so much to get so little done, basically. And then he didn't have no. He said it wasn't as violent. That was the best thing he said. Like you didn't have to really worry about really no violent stuff. Like
getting robbed and stuff
and all that. But at the same time, you didn't have weapons either to protect yourself. So he was like, and all the ones who are over there now trying to get back. A lot of them that's in Africa. I don't know if but I done heard for the most part in a lot of places because they got the richest, as far as resources they have that, but when it comes to having something, they don't have anything. It's no government subsidized programs. It's nothing from that. So yeah.
So I don't know if it's Ghana, but this one lady she built a beautiful place, man, down there. She bought a plot of land. I just admired looking at it. Her peacefulness she had. She brought some of her kids. Some of them didn't want to come. She brought some of her grandbabies. I mean, it's like a darn mansion. I mean, she's just beautiful. So how was it coming here?
I had a situation with when I was at the immigration office, and the lady was, you know, I don't. When I look back on it now, I don't think she really intended to come across so rough. But it's just a difference in the way you guys speak too. You speak a lot with your hands, and you're very blunt. And so in the States, we dance around everything and we sugarcoat. And, we don't do it that way as much. And she made a comment about, well, why do you want to be here in Ghana anyway, or something like that. But maybe not meaning it in a derogatory way, but that's how I felt. I felt offended. You know, I was like, why wouldn't I want to be here? You know,
she lives here.
Right. You know,
different for her. Yeah.
Right. I said, why wouldn't I want to be here? This is where my people came from.
So she said, other than that, she has met good people here and there, and networking with the ones who, you know, loving back. You know what I'm saying? But she said the process has been like, you really need to find your lane. Because you can't say everybody's that way.
Yeah.
But you got to find. You know what I'm saying?
It, though.
Yeah.
And that's what I've always heard from almost everybody. And I worked with some Africans, and I asked, and this was around the time right before Charlene, I was working with this African dude, and he said this too about it's a lot of begging, or feel like y'all got more than us. Like, give me some.
One of the things that I didn't like that was kind of hurtful, I could say, is that when you go to a place like at the market, Kodak Harbor, a different market, and you walk in, and as long as I'm not talking, you know, then the local person is talking, then they get one price. But as soon as I open my mouth and they know that, oh, she's from America or she's from the West, the price doubles. You know, that feels kind of bad.
A lot of British women are coming there for young African men, and because the men want money,
and they got their money.
They begging for it, but they're getting it, and they're getting what they want. And he said, do you feel bad that you're like using these women? He's like, I'm not using them. He said, they're getting what they want, and we, in exchange, because the need of money and the poverty here, we get what we want. Yeah. And so they got some little laughs off of that and just agreed to disagree. But that's a big part of it. It's like, it's almost dumbing down their own kind of culture, because they're getting what they want to be able to still have for their family. But it's almost like, I got to go do this to do it though. Yeah. And so one guy had a like 87-year-old woman, and he's like 32. Yeah. And it's looking like they're in love and everything. And it's just like,
because that'll make you love somebody when you struggling real hard and somebody come over there. Man, you won't even see them. You won't even see that person like they ugly, old, this, that. You just see, I'm living better.
Man,
I'm happy.
Dude was biting her. He was helping trim her toenails with his mouth, though.
Like it wasn't nothing.
He bite
like it wasn't nothing. Yeah. I ain't never seen it, but I can believe
sit there.
I just know a lot of people do stuff. Yeah. They kind of put in a desperate, to survive, desperate way, to survive.
Yeah.
You kind of, you would do anything, like.
Yeah, man. I've talked briefly with people, not on tape, just about how my sisters have both went to the Gambia and their experience, and both of them have kind of paralleled some of that what we've said already, which is true, especially the begging and the people would do everything. I heard they got I think my sister said they got their mechanic might be 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? They'll do everything, try to fix stuff. I mean, like,
just to make it just survive.
Yeah. Dance for you. I mean, just do
whatever it is. I can make some money.
Yeah.
Because even when I was so, like I said, I was listening to JT, and he had me, and the way he was doing stuff, he made it look so good. And I said something to Dominic, and he was like, I don't know, it's okay though, but he was like, even when you get pulled over by the police, they gonna want some money. Like they extort you, like, hey, what you got? You don't want this ticket, just give me the money right now. Like, he was like, man, he said the one thing I can suggest for anybody who go over there, don't go over there broke or looking like for a job. Yeah. You got to take.
You got to bring.
You got to come with a job, or you useless to them. Yeah. You just over there, and they don't want. They gonna despise you because they already looking for something to gain or to survive, and here you come another mouth. Yeah. We ain't got no employment for you, so.
Yeah.
Let me just throw this in. This is my little complaint. So you say, come back home. This is your home. Come back home. Mm-hmm. But then when you come back home, you can't get your citizenship. So am I really back home? Am I, you know? So that's just my little thing. I throw that in. I don't like that.